As a parent, you have most likely been taught that more is better. More therapy sessions, more specialists, more interventions. So you find yourself running from speech therapy to occupational therapy, from feeding therapy to behavioral therapy. You add in supplements, you make the dietary changes, you purchase the sensory tools, anything that might help your child. And of course, you're doing it all out of love. But here's the part that feels absolutely heartbreaking for so many parents. And despite all of that effort, all of that time, all of that investment, your child's progress can still feel slow. And honestly, sometimes it just stalls out completely. And that just leaves you sitting there wondering, what are we missing? Why isn't this working for us? And here's the truth that most parents are never told. Your child doesn't need more therapies. They need the right foundation first. And this video is for the exhausted parents out there, the ones doing everything right, but feeling like they're pushing a car uphill with a parking brake on. And if you are tired of adding more and without seeing the breakthroughs that you were promised, then this is for you. Every single week in our office, we meet families that are running themselves into the ground. They're juggling 4, 5, sometimes 6 different therapy appointments a week. And trust me, they've tried the elimination diets. They've purchased all of the supplements, the weighted blankets, and all of the countless other tools. And again, every single time, it's coming from love. But when we ask one simple question, has anybody ever evaluated your child's nervous system? Their answer is almost always no. And yet, nearly 1 in 6 children today has a developmental disability. That's millions of families stuck chasing symptoms, adding interventions, without ever addressing the system that controls everything else, you guys. It's the nervous system. Think about it like this. You can't remodel a house with a cracked foundation. You could install the most beautiful cabinets, buy the most expensive furniture, paint every wall perfectly, but if that foundation is cracked, everything will keep shifting. It'll keep settling, breaking down over and over again. And that's exactly what happens when we layer therapy on top of therapy without stabilizing that nervous system first. The nervous system is the foundation. It's the air traffic controller for the entire body. It coordinates speech, movement, digestion, sleep, immune function, emotional and behavioral regulation. And when that system is stressed or stuck in survival mode, every therapy has to work against resistance. It's not that the therapies don't work. They do. They just can't work fully without a stable foundation first. And most parents are never told to ask that question. Is my child's nervous system even ready for all of this? So, how does the foundation crack in the first place? Well, we call it the perfect storm, and it often starts before birth. When a mom experiences physical, emotional, or even chemical stress during pregnancy, that stress is shared with the baby through the nervous system and that umbilical cord. Then comes the birth process, and even the smoothest births place stress on a baby's nervous system, but especially when interventions are added, things like inductions, epidurals, forceps, vacuum extraction, or C-sections, that stress increases very dramatically. And then after birth, the storm just keeps on building. Early illnesses, rounds of antibiotics, reflux, ear infections, environmental toxins, screens, that constant pressure for our kids to keep up. Each stressor will add another crack into that foundation, and by the time parents notice delays, meltdowns, or any chronic struggles, the nervous system is already overwhelmed. It is stuck in stress mode. It's unable to regulate like it should, unable to coordinate growth and development the way that it's designed to. And this is also where parents start blaming themselves, right? Because when the nervous system is overloaded, adding more therapies can actually make things way harder. It's like plugging too many devices into one power strip, right? Eventually, this system is going to trip. Or think of it like a computer with too many tabs open. Everything starts to slow down. Nothing runs smoothly. This is why progress may start, then stop. Why sessions feel harder instead of easier. Why sleep often gets worse. Why meltdowns increase. Why behaviors will regress. Not because your child can't do it. Not because you didn't try hard enough. No, but because the foundation was never stabilized first. Now, here's the hopeful part. This is what we see every single day here in our practice. When we focus on restoring regulation to the nervous system through neurologically focused chiropractic care, everything changes. We use advanced insight scans to see exactly where the nervous system is stuck in stress mode. Then, with gentle and specific adjustments, we help the body release that tension and restore its ability to regulate, to heal, and to adapt. And this is what parents tell us happens next. Speech therapy starts to click. Words come easier. Engagement improves. Occupational therapy feels less overwhelming. Sensory challenges will calm. Coordination improves. Feeding therapy works better because digestion regulates and the vagus nerve can do its job. Sleep will improve. Immune system strengthen. Behavior stabilizes. Meltdowns decrease. You guys, it's not magic. It is neurology. And when the foundation is stable, everything built on top of it finally has the chance to work the way that it was always meant to. So, if you are exhausted from running to therapy, or if you're just tired of adding more without seeing real change, and if you're ready to stop chasing symptoms and start addressing the foundation now, we're here to help you. At Foundations, we specialize in neurologically focused chiropractic care for kids and their families. We don't replace what you're already doing, we unlock it. Your child doesn't need more interventions, they need the right foundation. Click the link in our bio, send us a DM, and we will help you get started. We would love to help your child's nervous system shift from that stress mode to strength and building so that everything else you're doing can finally work. Your family deserves answers and some real hope, and we are here and ready when you are.